Over the past couple of years, veganism has gained a lot of popularity, and this is partly due to the fact that it's received a lot of increased exposure from the media. You've got really popular Netflix documentaries such as Forks Over Knives and also The Game Changers. Also, the conversation around climate change has intensified recently, and that brings into question the way that we eat on a day-to-day basis. In today's video, I'm going to be going over what the vegan diet is, what all the buzz is about, and also what steps that you can take in order to start on the vegan diet if that's something that you're interested in. So let's get into it. Hey guys, Newton Kwong here, helping you with long-term tips and strategies on how to eat better and live healthier. Everything that I'm talking about in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're seeking medical advice, then go seek your proper healthcare professional. Basically, the vegan diet is a diet that's devoid of any meat, any animal products, and also any animal byproducts. This means no meat, no milk, no eggs, no honey, no dairy, and no foods that contain any ingredients that contain what I just said. Being on the vegan diet requires scrutiny over all of the ingredients that are contained in the foods that you eat. For example, a lot of foods can contain milk, they can contain butter or cream, and those are all dairy products, and that's a no-no for veganism. This also means no cheese, which is something that's huge to give up. Although you would need to give up a lot of foods, there's been a lot of progress in making vegan versions of what we traditionally would eat. All in all, you would have to make a lot of drastic changes if you're considering going vegan. I think that the person who does make this switch is doing it off of strong values and strong principles. So let's get into some of those. Environmental sustainability is one of the main appeals of this diet. It's commonly known that the production of meat and animal products does leave a larger carbon footprint on the environment. Raising cattle requires a lot of land, which has led to increased deforestation around many parts of the world. With the destructions of forests and with more and more natural resources going towards raising livestock, it's become a big question whether prolonged periods of meat consumption in our future is going to be sustainable. Veganism has been touted to be one of the primary solutions to that issue, which is why more and more people over the past couple years have started to take a look into it. In addition to environmental sustainability, one of the other main appeals of the vegan diet is ethics around animal cruelty. The mass production of meat and animal products within the food industry can be seen as very inhumane by a lot of people. There's a lot of images and videos showing livestock being crammed into small spaces, not being exposed to any sunlight at all, having to walk around and stand in their own waste, and also being slaughtered in waves. This is an unfortunate fact that many people are detached from, and once some people see that this is happening, they can't bring themselves to eat meat or animal products anymore. In this case, the reasoning behind switching to veganism is to decrease the overall level of suffering among all life forms on the earth. So far, I haven't talked about any of the health reasons for why people are drawn to veganism, so let's talk about that. When you take out all meat and animal products, you're removing a significant source of your saturated fat and your dietary cholesterol, and this can lead to positive health effects. This can potentially mean an overall decrease in the amount of calories that you're eating, which is going to lead to weight loss. If you think about it, the traditional Western diet has a primary focus on its meat. If you were to remove that, then you can expect to see an overall drop in calories eaten, in the amount of saturated fat that's eaten, and you can expect with those drops that would lead to better health markers in cardiovascular health, less chances of heart attacks, less chances of stroke. So going onto the vegan diet is definitely going to lead to some of those positive health outcomes. As I'm saying all of this, I don't want you to be confused in thinking that meat is bad for you. It's not. Meat can be very, very healthy, and it provides a lot of nutrients that our body needs. It's the overconsumption of certain meats and certain animal products that may lead to complications in health. With the vegan diet, you eliminate any chance of that actually happening. Secondly, with the vegan diet, there's an increased focus on eating plant-based foods. Typically, plant-based foods tend to be more nutrient dense. They contain foods such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, as well as legumes, beans, lentils, and a lot of other variety of great foods. As you increase these nutrient-dense whole foods in your diet, you're also increasing the amount of fiber that you're eating, and you're eating foods that are naturally lower in calories. It's easier for you to get health benefits such as weight loss and decreased cardiovascular disease risk if you have a diet that's comprised mostly of these types of foods. As we're talking about this, I do want to mention that just because you're vegan does not automatically make you healthy. There are vegan substitutes for dairy products, for meat, that are actually very highly processed and contain a lot of ingredients that may not promote your health. These substitutes can contain a lot of sugar, salt, oils in order to make up for the flavor, and that can introduce a lot of excess calories into your diet as well. In addition, there are non-nutritious foods that can be considered vegan. Alcohol is vegan, beer is vegan, fries can be vegan. There's a lot of candy that doesn't use animal products. So in essence, you can still have a diet that's filled with foods that do not promote your health and still be considered vegan. If you want to truly extract the benefits of being on a vegan diet, then focus on eating more nutrient-dense whole foods. That last tidbit can be applied to any diet that you're on, even those including animal products and meat. The truth is, there are many healthy people out there in the world who eat animal products. It's just that they're focused on eating more nutrient-dense whole foods. It's just that with the vegan diet, there's more of a narrow focus on eating plants, which gives you a higher chance of achieving the health benefits that you're looking for. Alright, so now that we've gone over some of the main appeals behind the vegan diet, let's go over some of the things that you can eat. When it comes to carbohydrates, the best options that would optimize your health are going to be from whole foods such as potatoes, oats, whole grains, legumes, beans, lentils, leafy vegetables, root vegetables such as carrots, tubers, sweet potatoes, and you get the idea. The focus is going to be primarily on whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. There are also going to be a lot of other refined carbohydrate options that can be considered vegan, such as pastas, bread, crackers, chips, vegan snacks, and pastries. But like what I said before, we want to limit our consumption of these and we want to focus primarily on whole food options. For protein, we want to focus on eating beans, lentils, legumes, and also soy products such as tofu and tempeh. You can also supplement your protein consumption with plant protein powders, and there's a lot that's on the market right now that you can choose from. More processed options for protein are going to be your vegan meats, but like what I said before, you want to limit your consumption of that and stick to more whole food products. When it comes to fats, you can eat a variety of nuts. You can also have oils and avocados. You can have nut butters and seeds as well. Just make sure that the oils that you do use are cold pressed, unrefined, and extra virgin, such as extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, or cold pressed avocado oil. You may also want to consider taking dietary supplements. There are many nutrients that our body needs that can be more easily found in animal products. And since we're cutting those out, it's going to be harder to come by. And supplementation can be a very good way to make sure that we have all of the nutrients that we need. Some common nutritional deficiencies that vegans have include calcium, which usually we would get from dairy products. There's vitamin B12 as well, which is very common in animal products and harder to find within plant-based foods. There's also omega-3 fats that are commonly found in marine sources like fish, but you can also supplement it or get it from algae oil. And finally, there's iron, which we would usually get from meat. If you're considering becoming vegan, then make sure that you consult with your healthcare professional to make sure that you're addressing these deficiencies. Alright, so that is pretty much the vegan diet explained. I'm going to be coming out with another video that goes more specifically into the pros and cons of the vegan diet, which you can check out in the next screen. If you have any questions about anything that I discussed in this video, then please post those questions down in the comments below. If you found value out of this video, then please consider liking this video and also subscribing to my channel for more content just like this. And let me know, after this video, are you considering going on the vegan diet? Let me know in the comments down below. Check out all of my videos on the next screen, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.